Hello, and welcome back to Jolly Cove. I'm here with Issa. I'm Sophie. I'm your host. We all know at this point who we are, don't we?
We do.
We have just gone through quite a few technical difficulties, but we've made it through. So just bear with us if anything happens in this episode, okay?
Our tech team is currently out of office.
Tech team is out of office. Josh is not here this week, and everything's falling apart. But we're
the girlies swirlies had to do it, and we handled it.
And we did it. Isa handled it for me. She's like, restart your computer. I was like, okay. And it worked like a charm.
What would Josh do?
So far things are running smoothly. Let's pray it stays that way.
Yeah.
We're talking about The Favorites today by Layne Fargo. This book. I have no idea what Issa thought of it yet, and she doesn't know what I thought of it yet. But I actually had an in-person book club in my little hometown book club, which they chose this book for this month. So it was a really fun overlap and so crazy to hear other people discuss it before we discuss it and hear lots of different takes. There was 20 people at the book club last night, so it was a lot, and it was very, very divisive. So I'm interested to see.
Really? That sounds so interesting.
Yeah.
To have so many perspectives, because obviously we only get two. But to hear what everybody thinks.
Out of all of us, and I don't know how many exactly there were, but there was a lot of people. It was love or hate, and there was one person that was it was fine out of all of us, but everyone else was loved or hated.
I feel it's hard to have a just fine. I feel this is a very divisive.
You're gonna have a strong opinion.
Yeah.
On it. Yeah.
Polarizing.
That's the word.
That's the word.
That's the word. I haven't read anything like this in a while, and it made me want to read more just fiction. What's the word? Literary fiction, kind of. It's not just a romance or not a thriller. It kind of had a bit of everything, and I really enjoyed it. Well, I enjoyed my experience of. I'm not going to give anything away yet.
I was we're already revealing? Oh my god!
I enjoyed the refreshing nature of reading. Different genre.
The refreshing nature.
That I'm used to just light and fluffy, silly books. It was was not light and
something.
Fluffy. It was something. Okay, let's kick it off with Jolly Drinks Corner, as we always do. Issa, what are you drinking tonight?
I am drinking an unsweet tea.
Beautiful.
Boring.
From Chick-fil-A.
But from Chick-fil-A. I needed a snack. I had half of a Cool Wrap with buffalo sauce. My go-to. That's my safe meal.
Yeah.
And this tea.
Yum. I am drinking, not on theme, because I couldn't think of a drink that would be on theme for this, other than maybe a slushy, icy.
I was trying to think of some sort of, I think you'd have to have a cocktail. I thought hot chocolate, because people drink that at an ice skating rink. That could have been a vibe.
Cute.
But I was I don't know if I'm trying to go that far.
Yeah, no, it's springtime. I don't know if hot chocolate is the vibe tonight.
I was that's really taking me out of the seasonality of, yeah.
Yeah, totally. I am drinking a passion fruit juice.
Ooh.
Straight up passion fruit juice with a little squeeze of lime. It is so good. I just discovered this brand. It's called amazing. Caribe, which is the name of my niece.
Cute.
Isn't that so cute? I was oh my gosh, that's my niece's name. And it's 100% pure cold pressed passion fruit juice at Publix. I was this is amazing.
I'm going to have to try that.
Addicted to this. It tastes it tastes like you're just cracked open a passion fruit and you're eating it.
Ooh.
It's really yummy.
You've been on that juice and fruit grind.
Oh, I'm still on the juice and fruit grind. My number one pregnancy craving to this day. And I haven't
had that's been your craving since before.
That's
before.
Just
your lifestyle
I've
queen.
Been a fruity queen. I've always been obsessed with fruit and can eat an obscene amount of fruit just on any given day. But
our
now
fruit
since I'm
picnic?
pregnant. Oh, one of me and Issa's first friend hangouts was so crazy.
That actually is crazy thinking about it.
No, it's actually we had a fruit picnic. It was all my idea. I'm look, I'm gonna bring all this fruit.
We're only having fruit.
Yeah. I was on some sort of fruit cleanse thing at the time. Wow, good times. That feels like a lifetime ago.
No, so
Lisa
long
was
ago,
like,
but
I can't believe we're still friends after that. Like,
it was
you
iconic.
really stood by me through a hard
No,
time.
because I love fruit too. So I was like, yeah, I'm down for this 100%. I'm here.
That's so funny. We like sat on the beach and had fruit.
Yeah,
Loved
amazing.
it.
So romantic.
Was. Okay, let's do life updates. What you got? Anything exciting to update us on? So sorry, I have to insert a disclaimer here because he's making noise right now. I forgot to do it at the very top of the podcast. I'm pet sitting Jackson. He's one of my like family friends' dogs, and we pet sit him from time to time. And he's just a noisy puppy. So like right now
He wants to be our co-host.
He really does. He's just like he's usually so chill at this time of day, like relaxing, sleeping, napping, whatever. No, tonight, the night that we're recording, he's like, I'm up. I've got all the energy. Like, I want to play. Hello. He's like looking at me, whining, ruffling around his toy. So anyway, if you hear puppy noises in the background or any noises in the background, just assume it's the dog and please ignore. Okay, back to you, Issa. What was your life update?
Okay, life update. Mario graduated from a leadership program.
Yes.
Just a week ago. I think a week ago. Time is a construct. Yeah. And we went to DC for the graduation, which was so special. So that's like a major life update. After that, came back here for one of my good friend's birthdays. And I guess that's a life update just because like it's been in the works for so long. So basically from Miami, Key West is the same distance pretty much as Orlando. Like people think Key West is like right around the corner. It's like 3.5 hours. It's same far, thing. Yeah. Miami's in the middle. So we saw this influencer that did this one time. She like rented a double-decker bus, filled it with her friends. It was like Hawaii themed and everyone wore like leis and like Hawaiian print. And then they spent the day in Key West and came back. So basically we had this idea that we were going to do that for her birthday. And for like a year, we were like, we're going to do it. We're going to plan it. We're going to plan it. And then like she actually did it. Amazing. And it was so cute. She made little like influencer PR boxes for everyone on the bus that had like you opened it, had your name on it, and she put like a little Key West postcard and it was like basically it was like a drinking trip. Yeah. It was like a bar crawl on Duval. So it had like fun. It had liquid IV and like all the drinking survival stuff. It was so cute. And then we got there, we left at like 7 a.m., went to 4 different bars, and once we were there, but the cutest thing was that we had lunch at her family restaurant because her grandma had a restaurant there and now it's her family restaurant. So cute. Oh, wow, that's so cool. And like we got there and they decorated the restaurant. It was very cutie. It was like a little hometown tour. I felt like I was on a hometown date on The Bachelor. Always so bringing back The Bachelor. So yeah, we like ate there, then went on the bar crawl, and then after that we came back. Oh, we had like some free time, so I went and got like Key West merch, got a sweatshirt, magnets, hats, all the things. And then we got back at like midnight, but it was just the best time ever.
That's so fun.
Yeah.
Was it like her 30th?
Like, well, it was gonna be for her 30th, but then she was like, "Life is too short. Like I'm turning 29. I don't care. We're doing this now." And it was so good. Really like fun. It was so much fun. And a lot of us kind of like knew each other from college or like knew of each other. So everyone pretty much stayed together the entire time, which was great. Yeah. And it was a vibe. It was it was St. Patrick's Day weekend, so everyone was like in green and it was super festive and it was a time.
Oh, yeah. I love that.
What is your life update?
So, I don't have a ton to update. I mean, since we last spoke on the podcast, I did go to New Zealand and came back. That feels like such a long time ago because we got back like, I don't know, 3 weeks ago? Almost.
Your New Zealand trips always look whimsical on stories. Like the amount of coffees and matchas and just overall like pastries that you have.
That's all we do.
Wow.
No, this trip was like especially focused on food because, well, it always is, but like we didn't do any like excursions or like side trips while we were there. We just like hung out with family because it was like a pretty short trip. Yeah. So all we did was like hang out with family and like go out to eat, and it was absolutely blissful. The food and like all the cafes in New Zealand are just on another level. They're so amazing. Yeah. And it's hot cross bun season, which is like. Oof. It's not really a thing here.
At the Grand Floridian,
in the
it's
U.S.
a thing.
Oh, at the Grand Floridian, that's true. At the Disney Hotel, they've got amazing ones, actually, pretty good. But no, they don't really have them in the U.S. Like I saw some at Publix the other day, but they're so
But it's not like a thing that people.
it's like sacrilegious what they're doing at Publix. Like they put icing on top as the cross instead of the flour baked in.
I was gonna say, isn't that what it's supposed to be like?
No.
I'm like looking at like
awful.
Taco Bell tacos, and it's like those people that are like, isn't it supposed to have a hard shell, not a soft shell?
It's despicable what they're doing at Publix with hot cross buns, but you know, at least they're trying. But I ate a hot cross bun, minimum one every single day that I was there. Oof. Wonderful. But yeah, other than New Zealand, like the trip went so smoothly, which praise God, because I was a little nervous traveling so far, being pregnant and like being on an airplane for that long, but my doctor okayed it, and I was like very hyper vigilant about like getting up and stretching and like doing squats in the bathroom like every hour.
I'm crying.
And I had such a comfortable flight. Like it was probably the best I felt on any of our New Zealand trips. So that was amazing. So I felt great about that. But yeah, other than that, just like really enjoying pregnancy. It's been just like great. Praise the Lord. I'm trying to just really savor it now, because I know once I get into like the third trimester, things start to get really uncomfortable and like you get enormous and stuff, which I'm already. Issa saw my bum today. I'm big already. And
it's the perfect size.
It's perfect.
It's just perfect.
I really am embracing it. Like I didn't know how I would feel about like growing body. Everyone experiences pregnancy in so many different ways, and like it can take its toll on you, like mentally, physically, obviously, but somehow, and I don't know how this is possible, I've never felt more like at home in my body and more at ease in my body. Like I'm letting it all hang out. The bump is bumping. Like it is what it is, and I'm just like, I think it's really cute.
Bump is bumping.
And it's not like a cute little tiny quaint little bump like most girls, not most girls, but a lot of girls have that you see on Instagram. It's like a mountain of a bump. But I love it. I'm really enjoying it. Especially because now I can feel the baby moving, and that has added a whole nother layer of magicalness and like specialness to pregnancy, and it's really, really sweet. So yeah, I'm enjoying it. Everything feels normal now. Like in the first trimester, you're like, thankfully I didn't have a bad first trimester. It was pretty smooth. I wasn't like sick or anything. I feel like we already talked about that, but I did have like very, very, very intense cravings, which are fun because like it's just fun to satisfy those cravings. But I had like really intense cravings. I was super, super tired. I had like more aches and pains in the first trimester than I'm having now. So that's cool. I'm just like flowing with it for now. Enjoying.
That's good.
Yeah.
I love that. I'm so excited.
Thank you.
It's going to be such a special time.
I know. Yay. It already feels so special, but it is a little bit alarming when I think, okay, we only have like a few more months to get ready for this baby to come.
Do you have like a nursery going on already?
No. We've got No. Most people do it, I feel like, in the third trimester. We definitely have time, but like I would love to get it done sooner than later. It's just a whole thing. We don't even know like which room. I think we're going to have to like do construction in our house to like renovate our big guest bedroom into 2 rooms. That's what I really want to do if we have time for it, but we'll see. We need to like get that ball rolling soon if it's going to happen. Otherwise, it'll just go in like this smaller room, which was used as a nursery for the previous owners, and it's like adorable. It's like perfect, but it's not as close to our main bedroom as the other one would be. So I'm hoping we can like do a quick little renovation project in the next couple months. We'll see.
Seems like something.
It's definitely a big thing to do, but I'd like
that
really
seems like something
done.
Our tech team can take on.
Yeah,
I have full
my
confidence.
husband Joshua, he's the tech team, he's the construction team, he could do it.
Yeah,
no, I believe in him.
Carpenter.
It's literally just about timing, because like it's just work is so busy, and the only time he has to do stuff like that is on the weekends, and like some weekends you just want to relax, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's all that's new with me. Do we want to dive into the book? Oh, no. Should we dive into the book, or are we going to do a little recap of what else we've been watching and reading?
Tell me what you've been reading, because I haven't been
Okay, you don't have any reading updates?
I am watching updates.
Yeah, I have watching updates too. I don't have that many exciting reading updates. Let me check my Goodreads real quick.
Are you watching Bachelor? Because that's what I've been watching. I just watched the finale last night.
I haven't watched anything about the season. I didn't even know who the Bachelor was. And then on my TikTok today, like on my FYP, it popped up like the finale drama. And I was like, this is crazy. So it got me very intrigued.
They say it's the most dramatic finale, every finale. So I wasn't like looking forward to anything crazy, because it's never. But the star of the finale was Latia last night. So there's two. There's Juliana and Latia. Mm-hmm. Both were amazing girls, and both for the first time ever, I was like, whoever wins, like I don't really care. Like either choice will be great.
You like them equally.
Yeah, they were both amazing. And I felt like he had a good connection with both. But Latia pretty much got led on by him from day one. And that was the big drama of it all, was that he told her that he loved her first. And she told him that she loved him. And she's never told anyone this ever, like ever in any relationship.
No.
And she was like super religious. She's Mormon. She has like a very conservative, like belief family. And so it seems like, watching this as a viewer, you're like, please protect her heart. Like, please, if you know that she isn't like open with who she loves and isn't like out here getting with whoever, like take care of this girl. Don't lead her on until the final hour. And then she tells you, I haven't told anyone that I love them. And then you choose the other girl. Like that's where I felt like it was like, did we really have to tear her apart like that? Like, why did we not protect her? We should have protected everyone, you know? So, like, maybe let's just not say I love you to every single girl. Like, let's just not say I love you at all until the end, until you choose one. Right. Or if you do say it, send everyone else home, and that's your final choice. I don't know. I just feel like that was a little cruel. But she shined, and you should watch, look up the video on TikTok. If you see, like, his speech at the end and like her not rebuttal but like what she says back,
that's what
they never say anything back. They're like crying and in their feels, so they're not gonna be like, but why? She literally, I was like, slay girl. I was clapping. I was snapping.
She was like, come on now.
She was such a queen. She was like, of course I'm gonna think of you different. Like, do you see what you've done? Like, it was so good. I was like, thank God, we need more girls,
strong
like
women.
More of the Bachelor strong women, yes, like to speak up for themselves and and say like what's the problem with the behavior, you know? Like, don't let the Bachelors just get away with this.
Yeah, and in the moment, not like wait
till
in the moment,
reunion. not at the reunion months later. Like, so that's what I thought was so good. I feel like that goes down in Bachelor history
as like be the next
one
Bachelorette?
Of the best. I honestly think so, because I was like, depending how she presents at the finale, because if she's like too heartbroken and not over it, like the production I don't think is going to give it to her, because then it looks like you're just like on to the next, you know?
Yeah.
But she was like so composed that after the final rose, like communicated so clearly. It was so good. So I think people are super rooting for her now, and I think they would give her Bachelorette, honestly. I don't think she should go to Paradise.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I didn't even know Paradise was still a thing. I'm so
they're
out
mixing
of the Bachelor.
They're mixing the Golden Bachelor and the normal Bachelor in Paradise. That was like the biggest revelation.
No.
Girl, you know we have to watch that. I can't imagine. No. I can't imagine.
The old guys are gonna try to get with the young girls, I'm sure.
I hope not. But you know what's crazy is that like they've made the Golden Bachelor this like wholesome, gorgeous little like cutest little franchise ever. And they're about to just stain it.
I do not want to see Gary on Paradise.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we don't want to see these older men who have been like in our hearts, they're just the cutest old guys. And now you're going to put them with like, no, I can't. They can't do that. So I just think they're going to create something very like R-rated out of something that was like rated G for everyone. I just don't understand what's going on. But it is going to be T. Like, that's going to be T.
No, that's shocking.
I'm going to watch.
That's
That's gonna
shocking.
bring the views and the ratings.
I might actually watch, honestly.
Yeah, like that's gonna be crazy.
Sound off in the comments if you are watching The Bachelor.
Please
And
sound
if
off.
you're going to watch Bachelor in Paradise. Because I feel like it really has dropped off. Like, you're literally the only person I know that still watches it.
I know.
Which is sad. Like, I used to,
So
it used
sad.
to be so fun.
It used to be
But-
like viewing parties and like chocolate
Yeah.
covered strawberries and the girlies, and now it's like nobody watches it.
No.
Which
know
I
what we need
get.
to have a viewing party for, though? That's coming out in the spring?
This summer I turned freaking pretty.
You're right. I wasn't thinking about that, but that's
Wait,
even more
what were you
appropriate.
thinking about? Wait, what are you thinking
It's
about?
embarrassing now. The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
Oh my god! Yes. You don't understand how
So
they
good.
play the trailer every moment on Hulu, and I'm like
I need
like
it.
I'm pinned to my TV. I need
When
it.
does it
I
come
love
out?
it.
Does they have a date?
Soon they keep playing it.
They keep saying this spring, but I don't know when. As for what I've been watching, Running Point with Kate Hudson. Have you seen that?
Ooh,
Or any
everyone's
promo for
talking
it?
about it. I haven't,
It is
but I've
so
heard.
good. Josh and I won't go on about it, but it's just like hilarious. It really reminded me of how I felt when I was watching Ted Lasso, but like a girl version and like a basketball version. It just was so good, hilarious.
Okay.
Some heartfelt stuff, but like a lighthearted, it's just like a sitcom, It's 30-minute episodes. It's like my perfect show, but they need to do more episodes because I can't deal with 10 episodes when they're 30 minutes each. Like,
Yeah.
you need to give us more. So anyway, I really enjoyed that. And then we've also been watching White Lotus season 3.
Oh, me too.
Have you?
Now we can talk about it. I didn't know that you were watching.
I don't know if I want to talk about it. I'm so deeply disturbed.
No.
you
I'm
caught up?
deeply disturbed and uncomfortable every night after I watch that. I'm like I can't, like I have to, I'm like, close the blinds, turn off the lights, go into the room. Like I'm scared. It just feels like this looming darkness after you watch the show.
I know.
But it's so good.
It's sick and twisted. And it didn't start out that way. Like, I thought, okay, the first several episodes was like fine. The last 2 episodes, I'm 1 episode behind, but I saw some things I really wish I didn't see.
Just like the last episode.
I didn't watch that last one from Sunday, but I know what happened because
Wait.
I know.
I just need to know. Did
We can't
you
even
watch
say it on
the
this
one?
podcast. It's too
No, we
explicit.
can't. It's too. We can't even say. Did you watch the one where they go on the boat? The brothers go on the boat.
Yes, I did. There was just the most chaotic episode I've ever seen. Like, every scene was like so stressful, but then actually nothing happened. Anyway,
Yeah.
but then it did happen. But then things did happen.
But
Anyway,
then.
I can't even get into it.
No, we can't really discuss
So,
it.
I'm gonna finish the
If
season.
you know, you know.
If you know, you know. I'm gonna finish the season because I'm like in this deep and I just need to see it through. And like there are some storylines and characters that I'm like really enjoying, but mostly I hate everybody.
Yes, nobody's likable.
No.
Except I like the British girl.
Same. She's my favorite.
Oh, I love her.
Her
Okay,
and her
wait.
teeth. I love
I
her.
need her teeth spectacular. Never fix them. I need to know. Did you finish Meghan Markle?
Oh my gosh! I forgot about Meghan Markle.
I just have to tell you that I watched the entire thing with my mom, binged it in like 24 hours, then went on just like a spiral, started watching Magnolia, like the Gaines baking show, like the one
Wow.
of Joanna where she's just
Yeah.
like just her cooking. It's
I
the
need
same
to watch
format.
that.
Then looked up, don't ask me how I found like vintage Martha Stewart on YouTube. I'm on one.
Stop.
Like I'm in
She's in her homemaker
I'm in the
era.
trenches. I'm obsessed. And not that I'm like a Meghan stan. I watched the documentary, like the old documentary, and I was like, okay, like it's not giving authentic. It's not giving like off the cusp. It's giving a little formulaic. I get it. Okay.
So was the show.
But this show, like, I don't need her. Like, it's perfect. It's perfect. That's all
I'm shocked. No, I enjoyed the show. I think I fell asleep like halfway through the second to last episode.
If you missed the flower confetti, the mimosas with the rose ice tray, and she puts
No, I
the
missed
orange
that.
juice in the See, you can't even blink on that show. Everything is amazing. I ordered everything. I was like, I'm buying her shirt. I'm buying those ice cube molds. I bought the Crate and Barrel parfait cups. I'm sick.
Issa's being paid by Meghan Markle Incorporated right now.
Everything I say is followed by like,
This is
oh, because
propaganda.
Meghan did it. Meghan did it. Mario's like, stop acting like you know her.
The first week that I was watching it, I was like watching one episode every night, like
Yeah.
really enjoying it. And I really did enjoy it. But I didn't think it was like groundbreaking. I'm like, okay, this is giving Pinterest. It's giving, I can go on YouTube and find all of this. But it's like nice that it's curated in one
But
spot.
I want her to show me. I don't want to see it on Pinterest. I want her to do it.
Okay. What is it about her that is so special to you?
I just
Because she gives zero personality. Like, there's not much.
she literally
charisma.
she shares something about her personality on every episode. She's bringing her Fabu friends. The one with her makeup artist, she's like telling us all about her career. The one with her Argentinian friend whose husband plays polo with Harry. Obsessed. Like, she was also a queen. I immediately went and followed her. I was like, oh my God, she's telling me that she like lived in Argentina and speaks Spanish. Fascinating. Like,
Okay.
every episode I learned more about her.
Okay.
And I can't. And if you're a troll in disguise,
I'm not a troll. I'm telling you, I love the show. I enjoyed it. I watched pretty much every episode, and I'm gonna finish it. I just don't know where I left off because I fell asleep. So I'm like, I need to like
please
figure
finish it. Please.
out. Okay.
I get people coming for it because, like, no, it's not a cooking show. It's like a lifestyle show. She's not a chef. She's bringing on chefs to like show you how to do stuff like more professionally. But like, she's a hostess with the mostest. She curates, she elevates, and she's just showing you how to elevate things and make it a little more intentional. Like, it's a show about intentionality and community.
Okay. But like the people she brings on, like they barely know each other. Like there's a couple people that were her friends, but like the Korean chef she didn't know who he was. You could tell her and Mindy Kaling
Okay,
have
the
hung out
chefs.
3 times maximum. Like they're not
Okay,
real
yeah.
friends.
But Abigail Spencer was her real friend. The Argentinian was her friend. The makeup artist was her friend. The chefs she just brought on to have a little bit more legitimacy because she's like, I know how to do these things, but like, let's bring on the people that really
Okay.
know.
It just felt like very unnatural to me. Like even her with her friends just felt so like forced. Like everyone was like fed lines to like and say something cute about Meghan and say something about how cute and funny Meghan is. Like say something about how impressive Meghan is right now. Like
I'm impressed, okay? I'm impressed.
Issa, I could see you living in Montecito being one of these ladies and like I love that.
I was
for
like,
you.
take me to Montecito,
Yeah.
please.
No, we have
Like,
to go to Montecito. But like you will
I'm
be
here
one of
for
those
it.
ladies one day. I just know it. I feel it in my
I
bones.
hope so.
I hope people are enjoying the Meghan Markle combo.
Please sound off. Like, let us know.
Please
We
do
need
because
to hear your
I do
thoughts.
feel like it did get a lot of hate. Like
It got so much hate.
majority of people were saying that it was like dumb and pointless and blah blah blah. But like
Yeah.
that's the kind of content that I crave. Like that's what I want when I'm on YouTube. That's like comforting, inspiring.
That's what
content.
we watch on TikTok. Like,
Homey
people
content.
romanticizing their life on TikTok.
Yeah.
Now it's just Meghan Markle doing it long format. Why not? What's the problem?
Yeah. Okay. Can I tell you what else I've been reading real quick?
Yes,
Just like a
please.
quick
Sorry, I
little-
took over with Meghan.
No, I
my
loved it.
queen.
I loved it. That needed to happen. Okay. I have read First Time Caller by B.K. Borison.
Ooh.
It was fine. Like I
Okay.
heard so many people raving. So maybe that gave me too high of expectations, but I gave it 3 stars. Like enjoyable, cutesy little romance. Nothing special. I'm also currently reading The Love Haters by Catherine Center, which I got on NetGalley, so it's a little early. I think it comes out in May. But really cute. I love Catherine Center. She's just another like rom-com queen, but she actually is funny, and her female main characters like actually have personality, and they're like, it's fun.
Cute.
And it's always like more to the story than just the romance.
Is NetGalley like the black market of like bookie
No.
girls? What is
NetGalley,
that? I feel like it
No,
hasn't
I
come out
wish.
yet.
NetGalley
Where are
is
you
a
reading
place
this?
where you can sign up for advanced reader copies, ARCs.
Oh.
So like because we have this podcast, you could also and you should also, if you want to, sign up for NetGalley, and then it'll send free books to your Kindle. You have to like
Oh my gosh.
request them, and then the publisher will have like a certain amount that they're allowed to like give out. And so if they think that you're like
A
actually
legit
gonna read the book and
book
that you
girly.
yeah, and you're gonna like the book and do a little review and talk about it on your
Oh my
podcast,
gosh.
then they will give you a
What?
early book for free. It's amazing.
Send me links.
It's amazing, but it's only to your Kindle. So good thing you have a
Okay.
Kindle now.
Yeah,
I will send it to you.
Kindle
You just have to apply, but it's like easy. And I think they accept like everybody. Just say you have a book podcast.
Oh, don't say that. Don't tell me that. I need to feel exclusive.
It's a very exclusive club. You have to like be a really amazing book podcaster.
You have to be a podcaster.
So that's all I've read, and then I'm also listening to another Sophie Kinsella novel because I always am on
Queen.
on my cloud
Shopaholic
library.
queen.
I'm obsessed. So yeah, is that all I've been reading? I guess so. Yeah. and
You've
the
been
next book-
busy on the book grind.
I guess so. I feel like I read more, but that's it. So, are we ready to get into
We're ready.
this book, The Favorites? We're like more
We've
than
never
half an
been
hour
so
into
ready.
this. Oh my
Let's get
gosh.
it going.
Let me pull up my document here. Okay, kick it off. Do you want to go first with your brief overall thoughts on the book?
Okay, it's time. This book truly resurrected my Tessa and Scott Moyer just like phase of
Oh my
life. I don't know if
gosh,
you've ever
yes.
followed them.
Of course
Tessa
I
Virtue and
did.
Scott Moyer.
Obsessed.
Oh my gosh. Like this just brought me back. The book felt nostalgic. Like it felt like we were like it felt like these were real people to the point that I was like having to stop myself from looking them up on Google and trying to look up their skating routines on YouTube.
Totally.
Like I wanted these people to be real. And I feel like sometimes when you read books like this, it doesn't give off believable and real. So like while you're reading, the story's good, but you're not like fully convinced that this is a
As
celebrity.
invested. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I fully was like, oh no, these are actual celebrities, like skating legends. So I like that it gave that kind of energy. If you like a book that's going to like wreck you, tear your heart apart, like leave you emotionally shattered, this is the one. Like this is the one.
Yeah.
I feel like honestly, most of the characters, if not all of them, are unlikable.
Yeah.
Like completely unlikable. But the intensity of the romance between Heath and Kat, I think that dynamic like is what keeps you hooked to the book.
Yeah.
Because like there's so many twists and turns. I honestly thought I was like, okay, we've had enough. Like there's gonna be enough surprises. No. It
got
continues
crazier.
until
It got more and more and more.
until the end. And like truly deep down, all you want is for them to be together. They're putting you through all of this so that we can like ultimately have them together at the end. And so that's what like carried me through the book. Also, can we talk about Heath? Like this man mastered an Olympic sport to be with her.
I
So
literally
that's
just
like
got chills when you said that.
No,
Yeah.
When I thought about this, I was like, no, he truly became a figure skater for her. He watched her
bad.
when they were little. He was down bad, and he was a hockey player or something, and watched her when she was skating around, like obsessed, just devastatingly romantic. It was
Question.
everything to me. Yes.
Have you read Wuthering Heights?
No.
Okay, me either. And when I learned that this story is like a loosely based retelling of Wuthering Heights, like that classic book,
Oh, we're gonna have to read
I
that.
felt so, we have to read it now.
We have to.
All of the names, like Heath is Heathcliff from Wuthering Heights. Kat is Catherine Earnshaw from Wuthering Heights. Like the names are all very similar. There's even like an Ellis Dean. His name's like similar to another narrator in that story. We have to read Wuthering Heights and talk about on this podcast. Our first
Please.
classic.
I'm ready. We haven't read a classic on here.
No. Wuthering Heights, Emily Bronte.
Oh my gosh. And I like Emily Bronte because I've read other books of hers and
Of course you have cultured. I felt so uncultured.
good.
I was like uncultured swine when I was like, I didn't know
I read
about
them in high
Wuthering
school like
Heights.
I had to.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. No. I am so down to read it. This book, like honestly, it was so fun. I think it's like the only thing that could throw you off is I feel the format. For me, it was whatever. I felt like the format with the interviews, like I think I probably would have preferred to just have read it in her POV the whole way through and not had the interviews because
Really?
I didn't feel like the interviews really added like that much info that we didn't know. If we were getting like way more juicier takes or like POVs from the other characters where like I just didn't feel that way. I felt like I was like like they're giving like funny little side comments, like Ellis is funny. Like we're getting a little bit here and there, but there wasn't like anything that I couldn't have lived without. So I felt
Interesting.
like that was the only thing that maybe I didn't love was that sometimes I felt like it's a chunky book. It's a long book. And I think a lot of times like what made it feel like it was went on forever or like the parts that were a little too long for me was like that back and forth between all the narrators.
That's
But
so interesting.
other
I
than
felt the
that,
opposite. I felt like it broke it up and helped it flow so much more for me because it
oh,
was like, oh, we're here, now we're there, instead of like one
okay.
long
Like I didn't
continuous.
hate it. I did not like the format, but I was just like, eh.
But I think I
Other
liked it
than
because I
that,
liked hearing everyone else's voices and like all the different characters in their own voice.
yeah, that is true. We wouldn't have gotten that if we didn't.
Did
That's
you
true.
see that? Do you know Johnny Weir?
Oh my God, yes, he was the narrator.
Yeah, of
I
LSD.
was like, this is
So
iconic.
perfect.
So good.
So iconic. Yeah, I love that. I feel like the role was made for him.
Made for him.
Just
Yeah.
perfect. Okay, I'm so glad. So you love the book.
Yeah, I really heavily enjoyed it. I just felt like the balance between the figure skating component and the like storytelling itself was very well done because I think sometimes when you're reading a book about like football or like
Yeah, the
a
sports can be.
sport, even if it's like a sport you're into, like well, not if you're into it, you don't care, but like you like that about it. But if it's like something you're not familiar with, then maybe it could like throw you off. But I felt like here the balance was perfect between like giving us some historicals about ice dance, about the culture. I thought that was like everything they gave us about it that wasn't related to the story, but they added in like a there was a lot on like the influence of queer people on the sport. That was like very fascinating to read about because it's not talked about. Like there was just a lot of things that I thought really made the story richer, and I liked it. And it
Yeah.
was never like, ugh, they're giving us more about this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I thought
agree.
that was beautifully done. And at the end, I was like, I don't know if I finished this book or this book finished me because, wow, it was crazy.
Okay, I love that. I feel like our takes are very, very similar. Like,
Okay.
I, it definitely took me longer to warm up into the book because I was like, honestly, probably not until like 60-ish% did I care about these people because they're so
60?
unlikable. They're maybe 50. I was just like, I
Yeah.
can't care about any of you because you're all like, you all deserve not anything good. You know what I mean? I'm like, I don't really care what happens to you because you're all so bad, and I just like couldn't get on board. And then I don't know, something shifted. I was like, you just get to know them better, and like the character development was really there, and I feel like I got to know, got to understand like why they were the way they were more, and they all really grew on me. And then I got so invested. Like the last 25% of the book, I was like, could not put it down. I was like binging it, and it was just, oh, I had chills, I cried, like it gave me all of the feels. And it was so crazy because like I said, for the first half of the book I was kind of like, yeah, it's like entertaining because it's so dramatic and stuff, but wasn't like emotionally invested until towards the end. I just love the shock factor and like the drama of it all. I feel like we haven't read like a book that has like this many twists in it and like
Oh, there was no
surprises.
shortage of tea.
No,
That was
the tea.
crazy. The
The tea
tea?
was hot
I was
the whole
like,
time. Yeah. I was like gasping
these people
constantly.
are messy. I think that the writer did a really great job with the book because even though the characters were so unlikable, she did a great job at developing them to where you knew what happened in their childhood or what their life was like, the dynamic with their parents, etc. That like I feel like I was able to give them grace. Therefore, I did want to see them succeed and thrive, and I did want to continue reading. Whereas with other books, like you don't really care for them. They're not cool. They're not nice. And you don't like, it's hard to read.
It's hard to root for them. Yeah.
Yeah. Here I was fully like I wanted them together.
Yeah.
Even though they were so toxic sometimes, I wanted them together.
I know. They like really, really grew on me throughout the story, which I feel like is hard to do, like with people that just continue to be so crazy and messy.
Yeah.
Should we get into dream casting?
Oh, yes. I
Okay.
can't wait to hear yours.
You want to go first? Katarina?
Okay. My fan cast was Catherine Newton.
I'm going to show for YouTube.
Yeah. I feel like my mom will be so thankful that you showed a photo.
Perfect.
I was thinking.
I do it for her.
Thank you. I was just thinking like she would be good because she's could portray like the intensity of someone who's like fiercely ambitious, but also like good romantic lead. I think she would do a good job.
Yes. It honestly took me a long time to figure out like who I wanted to pick, and I'm not like obsessed with this casting for this, but when I saw her I was like, yeah, this makes sense. Florence Pugh.
Oh, love. She
I
would
could see it.
She has it. I could see it.
Yeah, she could play that like
She could
just
play it.
ruthless.
She has the range.
Yeah. Who do you have for Heath?
Okay. This is because
I love my
he's
Heath
obviously Hispanic. So he
Okay.
needed a Latin lead.
But he wasn't, remember? He was like Middle Eastern. Or was he Hispanic?
He was Hispanic.
That
and
was
they
the
just
whole
didn't
thing, was,
know-
like, they didn't know
They
his
just didn't know from
background.
where, because they were
He
like,
was
people think he's
ethnically-
Mexican because he looks Hispanic, but he could be from any other Latin country. Like, we're not sure. So I did Anthony Ramos. Look him up. You'll know who
BRB?
he is.
Oh, this is
He's
a good
in-
call.
He's in like something. I keep wanting to say Hamilton, but it's not Hamilton.
I see where you're coming from here, but like
He's in a musical, not In the Heights. I don't know.
he's not that cute though.
No, he's not. But like when
That's so mean. I'm like
if
showing
you've
a picture.
seen him in a
He's not cute.
movie, no. But when you
I'm
see
sure
him in
the
a movie,
vibes give off.
his personality. He was in a musical. Can you tell me what musical he was in? It should be right there.
It was In the
I don't know,
Heights,
it's
I'm
on
pretty
the
sure.
tip of my tongue. Oh, so I was right. Thank you.
Hang on, let me just double
In
check
the
that.
Heights. You watched that
No,
movie?
he was in
and you're-
Hamilton.
Oh, so I was right. Oh my gosh.
And In the Heights. He was in both.
Okay, so he clearly has a musical background. He could definitely be an ice dancer.
Okay.
And he's got like this like passion and also very like gritty. Like if you see him in the Heights, he's like runs a bodega in New York. He's like in the streets. Like he's been through it, you know?
Yeah.
It was giving Phoenix rising from the ashes.
Okay, it's giving Heath.
And I think that is what's required of this role. I also think he got in some crazy drama and cheated on his girlfriend in real life. Not sure. All allegations. Not sure. But this is speaking professionally only, so don't come for me.
It's giving Heath.
It's giving
Either
heat.
way.
Either way. Honestly, I stand corrected.
Okay. You stand,
He's got
you
the
stand
expertise
correct.
he needs. I stand correct.
My casting for Heath, and I honestly have never seen this man act in anything. I just know what he looks like because people are casting. I think I don't think it's 100% official yet, but people have cast him as Xaden, or like I think he's being cast as Xaden in Fourth Wing. Sorry, I forget you have Fourth Wing.
Yeah, I know about that.
Josh Houston.
Oh.
I feel
Okay.
like he just looks like Heath to me. Like I wasn't
Yes,
envisioning
culturally
him the whole time.
ambiguous.
Right, and just like
I like
kind of
it.
mysterious.
Mm-hmm.
My inspo for Bella and Garrett is the author's inspo for Bella and Garrett. She said that this was like who she loosely based these characters off of. In real life, they're actually like really adorable and nice. They're not like backstabbing, conniving, crazy people. I mean, Garrett isn't,
Yeah.
but it's the Shibutani siblings.
Oh.
Do you know these people?
No.
They are professional ice dancers.
I think I've seen them on clips, actually. now
Probably.
that you say that.
they're like iconic sibling duo, ice dancer duo. Who did you have for Bella and Garrett?
So, I had Lana Condor for Bella from All the Boys I've Loved Before.
Oh my gosh, so
You've
good.
seen that, right?
Yes,
Okay.
that's really, really good.
Because even though she was like kind of horrible, like she was also really like I grew to like her a little bit. For her brother, I did Sean Kaufman.
Every single person I have to look up. Hang on.
You know him too from
I
Summer I
cannot.
Turned Pretty.
Oh my gosh, he is a perfect Garrett. Oh, 100. Okay, look at this picture. Garrett.
100. Like his body type, like the way he moves, I think he would be a believable ice dancer. And then for Sheila Lynn, this is where I did an actual ice princess. I did
Oh,
Christy Yamaguchi
so good.
because she honestly like would work with Sean and Lana. She's Asian descent, so it like makes sense that she could play the
That's
mom.
amazing. That is the perfect casting.
And she's a living legend.
Living legend. Oh, that's really good. I like that way better than mine. I have Michelle Yeoh for
Oh my gosh,
Sheila.
that's really good. That's
Thank
perfect.
you. In Crazy Rich Asians, she just plays like the perfect, like terrifying mother-in-law, like cold-hearted, like, you know,
So good.
which is giving Sheila. Here she is for YouTube.
No, it's wonderful.
Yay. Thank you.
Also, I could not stop thinking about Ice Princess and how we truly lost an angel queenie.
I know. It's the craziest thing.
R.I.P.
I'm like-
Michelle Trachtenberg. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
That movie is
I
front
almost
of
wanted to
mind
cast her as
24/7.
my cat, and then I was like, no.
It hurts too much. It's too soon.
I feel like she would be a good cat, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's got it.
Yeah.
I thought about that movie so much as I was reading because it's like, it's that environment. Like, I kept thinking of the Shrimp Girl.
I haven't
I
seen that
think
movie
about-
since I was like 14, so I don't remember.
I think about the Shrimp Girl more than I should. Like, I've never forgotten her. I don't know where she is in
hilarious.
her acting career, but like, she made an impact.
Wow. I lastly have Ellis Dean, and he's going to be by Johnny Weir, who also voiced him for the audiobook. because
Amazing.
Who else?
Amazing. I was thinking, what about all the other people that voiced in the audiobook? Were they also all other like
I think they were all just random like audiobook
Oh, okay.
actors. This is Johnny Weir for YouTube, just in case you didn't know.
yeah,
Iconic.
iconic?
Okay, let's get into book club questions.
Let's do it.
The first question, well, it's not really a question. It's more of like a discussion jumping off point. I just think it'd be fun to discuss like all the different twists and turns that this book took and what we thought about them and like if we saw any of them coming. And I tried to write down like bullet points of like, okay, which the twists were. And I only came up with a few, but I know that there's like more than this. So let me know if you come up with more. But I feel like the biggest one was, to me, was Bella and Heath hooking up and then them having a baby together. Like that was pretty something.
I don't know why I wasn't surprised because by the time that came up, I was like, yeah, of course that's gonna happen. Like that was my energy towards it. I was like, like
No, I was not ready for that.
I just
I mean,
like,
the second that she was having, like, they said she was wearing a big sweater and then her stomach hurt, I was like, okay, well, obviously she's pregnant. But until that point, I
I was like,
suspecting
well,
she was gonna be pregnant.
obviously they've been hooking up. Like the way that she would describe, like she would watch them and that they were like, everything was so described as like, oh, they're so intimate. Like the way he responds to her, the way she calls out his name, the way he like hugs her and consoles her when like her
after the
mom
funeral.
passed. Like everything after Kat and Heath break up and we learn that they kind of like get together. After that, like all of what she observes from them, she's like, it almost felt like I shouldn't have been there. Like that was a private moment. And it's giving they're hooking up.
I thought it was,
like-
I didn't get that. And I didn't even know that they were. I thought they
That's
hooked
where
up
I
once
got-
and she got
got it
pregnant.
from.
Because that's what Bella was said. Like, they spent so much time together, like training together, whatever. And then they hooked up once and it was like meaningless. It was just like whatever. And then that's when they got pregnant and then they decided not to hook up anymore. But then I think he was just there as like a baby daddy role because like he knew she was pregnant and that's why he was like so loving and attentive to her at the funeral and after.
Oh, Because the
I don't
funeral,
know.
she was
That's how I
pregnant
took
at the funeral already?
it.
No, I thought she wasn't.
I don't know. The timeline, you're right. Maybe not.
But I don't know about the timeline, but it's just like the way that they described, like, we're besties. I was like, no, 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 no.
Yeah.
I was like, this is too intimate. Have you seen Dancing with the Stars? It seems like everyone's hooking up on there. Like, I was like, this is a lot of time together.
And they had already done like the revenge hookup.
They had done the revenge hookup. So I was like, this is messy. After the revenge hookup, I was like, oh, anything can happen. Like, that's how this is going to end. They're going to get pregnant.
It was just
Unfortunate.
Unfortunate, but it also like worked out beautifully, you know?
It worked out beautifully. And they were like, we're besties. And it's like, we have a little throuple going
A little
on.
too perfect.
It's like, okay. I just would never be able to trust. Like,
Right.
no one can trust anyone here.
No, and that relationship is like their actual family. You know what I mean? Like they have a child together. So it's kind of like, how do you really compete with that? Especially knowing that they were intimate and like they have been attracted to each other. Like, no.
I wanted them together. But I was just like, you deserve better. Like,
Yeah.
But
Totally.
also, like, he does everything for her. Like, no guy was ever going to put up with her. Like,
No.
he was obsessed.
They were trauma bonded and they
Yeah.
they didn't know anything but each other. So it was like they were always
That's
going to come back.
the perfect way.
Yeah. I was going to say, no, we're jumping ahead, but at the end of the book, like in the epilogue, it's like, and Kat and Heath like lived happily ever after, though they were like, they're still on and off for the last 10 years. Excuse me?
I was like, way to wreck it. Like,
They
just
ruined
tell us
everything.
they're happy ever after. Don't tell us they're on
Exactly.
and off and on and off. Like, I can't sleep at night reading this book. Like, just let us live.
Let it be a happily ever after for them. Why you gotta say they're on and off? I am choosing to ignore that was a line in the book, and I'm just like, no, that they've been solid and perfect and great together ever since they figured it out, you know?
I choose the same. I was like, we're just going to ignore that.
Yeah.
But also, like, their whole relationship since the beginning has been on and off. So I was like, this is just normal. Like, we're just going to say everything went along as normal.
What about Sheila, like, learning that she was the one sabotaging them, like, and telling the Russians their secrets, and then, like,
That was crazy. Like, all
pushing
of the
them into the
Russian
spotlight
stuff,
for the fame to, like, ruin their...
I was like, it's always the coach, isn't it, though? Like, did you not watch Ice Princess? Like, did you not watch Ice Princess? I was like, that's the prereq for this book, everyone.
crying.
Like, you need to watch Ice Princess, then come back and read the book, and none of this will be a surprise to you. Like, I was like, Sheila Lynn, sus from day one.
I don't know. I thought Sheila was going to have this, like, redemption arc, and she was going to be, like, Mama Hen, like...
Oh no!
Doing anything for
she
her
was
children.
not even a
No,
part of the
opposite.
story.
She was
like, she was an absent
awful.
mother the whole time, an absent mother, and also an absent coach. Like, she was barely there.
She was the most despicable character of all.
Until they're like sitting in her office, and she's like, and I was like, yep.
Hate. Loathe
It's
entirely.
always the coach.
What about the whole final Olympics that they go to and they get like sabotaged and they don't know who's doing it and it turns out sweet little Franny? I was actually so shook by that. I did not suspect her
Franny.
for a second. I was like,
In my head,
what is this
Franny was
sweet
the
little girl
jumping
doing?
shrimp.
I wish I knew all these Ice Princess
Please
references. I
watch
haven't
it.
seen it in literally over 10 years.
It's everything to me.
I need to watch it now.
Franny was the absolute worst.
I just couldn't believe it. Did you see that
was
coming? That it was going to be
crazy.
her?
No, also I thought it was like so absurd beyond that, like they sent the flowers with the blood, then the whole like
Thorns.
murder scene in their room they
Crazy.
set up, the thorns and the shoes. I was like, come on. And then the drugs that they
It just was getting
like,
worse and worse. And
it was crazy. I don't know how at that point you're not like calling the police scared. Like, I can't compete in these conditions.
they couldn't not compete. Like, it was their last chance. I loved, like, the slow unraveling of Franny, though. Like, she starts to get more frantic and, like, crazy, like, throughout the interview process. And I was like, oh, my gosh, it's actually her. That's crazy. and then the drugs of it all. Like, I was fully convinced that Heath was a goner. Like, I did not think that we were going to have a happy ending to the story. I thought it was going to be like this tragic
I
love
thought it was
story
going to
where
be
Heath was going to.
tragic.
I thought Heath was fully dying on the
Because
ice
I was
then.
like, this is so messy with the love child and this and that. Like, the only way to clean this up is to kill him off. Like,
Just kill everyone.
I was like, at least then all they have left is this beautiful baby. And then, like, she's like the auntie of the baby. And
Then that's like her piece of Heath left.
yeah.
I thought that was same. I thought that was what was going to happen because the whole story was just like, it wasn't giving like that we were going to get a happy ending. So, and I had such a pit about it. So thankful that he pulled through. I was really about to be so upset.
You know what made my life? That they used the Taylor song.
Yes.
I've listened to it 50 times since finishing the book. And then I was in my feels. I was like almost sobbing during the song because I was just like, the lyrics were perfect for their story.
Okay, were there any other shocking moments or twists that we want to cover? I mean, Sheila dying, but good riddance.
Good riddance. I think the fact that she gave a speech at Sheila's.
Yeah, that was cool.
I was like jaw dropped that she gave a speech.
Yeah. Moving on to the next question, even though we're not really going on questions in this episode. Next discussion topic. Katerina and Bella's friendship is complex throughout the novel. What did you make of it? How did you feel about their friendship by the end of the book?
What did you think?
So in book club last night, we were all in agreement that like they were frenemies, obviously. Like they both like actually cared about each other and like were glad that they had each other in their lives. But at the end of the day, like both of them would do anything, like anything to the other one to like win. And so like their friendship was authentic to them. It wasn't like they were like fake friends. It was just the way that they knew how to be friends and like the twisted, weird way that they grew up and the scenario that they were in. So I don't know. I didn't know how to feel about them like throughout the whole story when like they kept referring to each other as each other's best friend. I'm like, you guys don't even talk really. Like you hate each other's guts, and then every once in a while you'll like have a moment where you like connect again and like are nice to each other. But for the most part, you guys are hating each other. But I was glad that at the end, like once they were done competing with each other, they were able to actually have like a real friendship, it seemed like, and like a healthier one.
Yeah.
Kind of co-parenting dynamic there. And that was nice because it was like, okay, after all they've been through together, like they're actually like family. Like they kind of treated each other like family as far as like doing horrible things to each other, but then just like getting back to normal and being like, oh, we're besties still. It's funny. Like a sister kind of relationship, I feel like.
Yeah.
Not that I have a sister. I don't know what that would be like. But...
very well.
Okay, cool.
It was giving sistery vibes 100%. I think that, I think that they would have survived as friends if you take the ice dance piece out. But because they had that and because of the pressure of the mom as the coach and the expectations, I think there was like a lot of external pressures and things that were added and that like complicated the dynamic of their friendship. I think that happens a lot in sports. Like these are like your teammates, your friends, but then you have like parents and coaches and college and all these other things. So then like it becomes a little competitive and it's, so I think that they would have been friends obviously without that. And so I think now they're just like coaches, and so they're able to have like a good healthy dynamic, and that's what I ultimately wanted for them.
I feel like Kat and Bella's relationship was just as toxic and messy as Kat and Heath, if not more so.
Yeah.
It's just like so much. Okay, moving right along. Was the ending satisfying? If so, why? Why not? And is there anything you would change about the ending? I feel like it was a happier ending than I was expecting. Like we weren't going to get a perfect Disney fairy tale happy ending, but that all kind of worked out well together. Like everyone working together, co-parenting together, like living on this little ice dancing compound. The only thing is we're ignoring the part where they said that Heath and Kat were on and off for 10 years. Like, no, they're solid, steady as a rock. Okay.
Yeah. Agreed. Yeah.
Did you have a favorite scene?
Did I have a favorite scene?
If you don't know, then we can skip this question. I didn't really either. I just like pulled one out.
What did you pull out?
I loved the scene of Kat and Heath, their like night out in Paris, where they just like let their hair down and like had fun and went dancing and like went to a fancy like dinner and just were like enjoying their life finally, because like they never had money, they never had freedom, and now here they are, they're together, they were like thriving in that moment, and I was like, this is nice, little reprieve from all the heartache. Yeah.
I liked when Bella went to talk to her after the funeral. I thought that was a really great moment.
Yeah.
Where she
I
like
that
follows
too.
her to the
And they
ice.
skate together.
And they skate together. Oh, that's
That
my
was
favorite
good.
moment. And she's
Okay.
like, "Oh, this is the barn, like where he froze to death or whatever." And she's like,
Yeah, and
she
we're like,
realizes
why do
like,
you know that?
like they have a relationship, and then they're
Yeah.
forced to like talk about what's going on, and they're like vulnerable with each other for the first time. That was a good.
You're right.
scene.
That might have been my favorite scene too. Did you have a favorite quote from this book?
Oh, I did have a favorite quote. I wrote down two here. It says, "Everyone thinks Heath Rocha was my first love. He wasn't. My first love was figure skating." I feel like when I read that quote, I was like, that's
about to
everything
get
I needed
crazy.
to know. That's
Yeah.
I was like, that's everything I needed to know. Which like she was clear about that since the start. My heart broke for him, but I was like, this is a story about her, like her love for skating. She met him along the way, but like skating has always been like the thing that has
That she would choose above anything.
been there for her.
Anyone.
Yeah.
I didn't write any quotes because I was lazy. I just, if I'm not reading it on my Kindle,
It also wasn't
quotes
like
will
that
not be saved.
quotable. Like it
Yeah.
wasn't like these aren't actual quotes. They're like statements that she made, but they weren't like
Yeah.
dreamy quotes we normally get.
Yeah, totally. Okay, it is time to do our official rating of this book. You want to go first?
I give it a 3.5.
I'm absolutely shocked.
Can
Not
I give
even.
it 3.8?
Why is it under 4 stars after all that you've just gushed about?
Because
feels
I
that you
liked
felt.
it. I think a 3 is like I like it. But I just don't think this is a life-changing book for me. Like
To
what
me,
I've
a
given
3 is
five,
not a book that makes me feel strong feelings. A 3 is a book that I'm just like meh.
that's why I gave it a
But-
0.5.
Okay,
Like I feel like a 3.
she's ruthless.
I liked it. Like I liked it a lot. I enjoyed it. But I feel like even though it wasn't like light and fluffy, like the way I see this book in my head in comparison to like I don't know what else I've ranked a 5. I don't
Yeah.
keep that like recorded. But
Yeah, I know.
what
you
was the
mean,
last
though.
book we read? We read one that I gave a 5 and I was like, wow, life-changing. Like
The Nightingale.
okay, yeah. Then did I give it a 5?
Yeah.
Okay. So like books like
We
that,
both
I
did.
think that yeah, like those ones that I feel like changed my life, made an impact. I see the world differently because of it. Like that's a 5. I think
Yeah.
this book is more of like a palate cleanser. Like I think it's like this is a fun, like deeply toxic and traumatizing, but like it's fun
Juicy
and it's like
drama
juicy drama. Like you can
Yeah,
I
yeah.
binged it. Like you can get it done in a few days. Like
Yeah.
but I don't know if it's a book that's like I'm gonna like think about
Will stick
forever.
with you, or
Like
themes
that's gonna
will stick with you.
yeah, that's gonna change my perspective. You know,
I totally get that.
like the women,
We-
the woman,
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
that
the
was a
women.
5. Like that. So it's like, how do you compare this with a book like that? Even though I highly
you
enjoyed
can't.
this.
Yeah.
That's
That's why
why.
my rating scale is very flawed, because like I will give like a fluffy romance that I just had the best time reading. Like as long as I enjoyed it and like enjoyed every second of it, I'll give it 5 stars. But there's books that are 5 stars that are nowhere close, not even in the same planet as like The Nightingale or The Women.
That's
or,
why I felt like giving it a 4 was too
But-
close to the 5 because I was like,
yeah.
it's too close.
No, rating is always like
It's hard.
doesn't actually make sense, because
I would give it a 3.8. That's
okay,
locked in.
pretty good. I'm gonna give it a solid 4.
Love
Which
that.
is funny because right as soon as I finished reading it, I like had chills and I was just like, oh my gosh, like what did I just read? And I like rushed and gave it 4.5 on Goodreads, which is a 5, like I always round up to 5
Yeah.
stars. But now I'm like, after I've had time to sit on it, and it hasn't really come up in my mind at all, like just unless I was talking about it at a book club or with you, like I'm not thinking about this book or these people. So I was kind of like,
That's the thing. I think that's the thing. Like after it, when I was playing the Taylor Swift of it all and like just like thinking about it, I was deeply in my feels and I was like, that I could cry. Like I feel like we just made it through a marathon. Like thank God they ended up together. Like I'm happy for, like I felt like I knew these people. But I don't know if like it has that like longevity factor.
I understand. And it was like so hard for me to get into. Like I said in the beginning, I was just like, I don't care about these people, like whatever. So I really only enjoyed myself like for 40% of the book. So a 4, solid 4. But like a solid 4. You know, like some books I'll give a 4 and I'm kind of like, it was whatever. But this was a good book. We did it.
I hope our comments like lived up to the hype because a few of you, someone DM'd Soph
True.
that we needed to read this.
Hi, Kelsey.
Someone said that we had to read it and that it was going to be majorly juicy and that they wanted to hear our takes. So I really do hope that like we're aligned in our takes and that I just hope so because she was excited for us to read this one and that made me more excited. I was like, I got to get on this. Like she said.
And she specifically said she was excited for Issa's takes because she's like, this is like such an Issa book. Yeah,
that's like
Kelsey,
pressure. No, but this was an Issa book. It provided the tea. It provided.
Says, I feel like it's an Issa book, all the juice.
Oh yeah, it had juice. So thank you very much. Her name is Kelsey.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Kelsey. You're right. It was an Issa book.
Our next book for April, I'm so excited about because it's a new release, hot off the press. It actually doesn't come out until April 1st, which I think is like the day after this episode comes out. We are reading Say You'll Remember Me by Abby Jimenez.
Woo.
I've historically read all of Abby Jimenez's books. I haven't like been obsessed with all of her books like most people are. So I'm excited to see like how it goes. And I don't think Issa's ever read Abby Jimenez. So I'm excited to see.
We're trying to figure that out. I don't think so.
Yeah. No, I don't think you have.
Catch me on April 1st.
Can't wait. That wraps up this episode. Thanks so much for listening or watching. If you're watching on YouTube, please leave a comment. We would really love it.
We live for the comments.
If you're on any other podcast platform, give us a rating. 5 stars would be amazing.
Oh my gosh. That was just make our dreams come true.
We love feedback over here. So anything you want to say, any books you want to recommend, let us know.
Book recommendations.
And that's going to be it. We love you guys, and we will see you next month.
Bye.
Bye.